Good morning, good afternoon, good
Morning,
evening,
Dave.
depending on where everybody is. Hey, what's up,
Morning, everybody.
Mitch? And good morning, Brock. Good morning, Joe, Jeff,
Andy, Brock,
Andy. Who
your
else is here?
Mojo in the
Mr. Nick
house.
is here.
Thailand
Hey,
Digital
Andy.
Nomad.
Oh, and Digital Nomad. How you doing? Tom. Yeah, I remember names. I associate stuff with that. Otherwise, my mind doesn't work.
I'll
I won't
post
remember
links after a
everybody.
few more people jump in.
There's
Tiger
the
and
Tiger.
Bobby Brady. We need a few more people to get the Brady Bunch back.
Just
So
asking
what's
how
new,
Nomad
Dave?
is.
Anything?
Let's see. House is pretty much the same. I'm still waiting. I'm going over. Okay,
Mark,
yesterday
hello.
we loaded up the SYM. My wife sold it to one of her cousins in Pattaya, I think, area, and sold it to him. Gave him a good price on it, and loaded up in a pickup. Had two guys that were going to help me do the well pump um, at the house, and they ended up having to go home. But they went to the post office in case anybody's interested to send a 300cc bike from Surin to Pattaya was 3,000 baht, so about $100. So not bad.
Dave,
And
say good morning to Anna. Anna says good
hey,
morning from Thailand Digital Nomad. Yeah, yeah.
hey, Anna, how you doing? Um, the Yeah, so in case you're wondering, I think I sent my PCX from Kamala to Surin, which is probably twice as far, for 2,500. But they go by CCs, in case anybody's interested. They charge you according to the CC of the bike, and they send it regular post office.
Yep.
So anyway, the guys had to go back. He had an emergency at his house. He's coming today at 10, so I've got to be done by 10 my time this morning. And what I got was a box that the float hooks up to. So I've got to put a float in the 1,000 liter container over there. It also has so that'll shut off so that they won't blow up another pump. And then now it has the above ground pump that would be for the whole house is there too, and
Mm-hmm.
tie everything together, and then they don't have to do anything. So I'm going to do that today. So we're going to leave it. Well, they're going to come here at 10, so we should be done. That's 2 hours. I think that's probably enough. Hey, Tommy J.
That's funny. TDN. He said, "Hey, Chris,
What a
let's
TD
talk
is.
to the laptop." I talk to mine all the time.
I got coffee. My wife gave me coffee before she goes to work.
That's funny.
Hey, Chris, glad to see you. Glad you could make it. So that's the deal on the house. So the SYM is
Gator
gone.
Jake, hello.
Hey, Gator. Hey, Mark. Glad
So
to
that's
see you can
good.
make it.
Yeah, the
Yeah, and
house.
I gave it. He got a great. I never did absolutely verify that the SYM, whether it was the idiot light on the dash or whether I actually had no
Yeah,
oil pressure. So if it's just the idiot light, he got a fantastic deal, and if it's the oil pump, he got a good deal. So he's happy. He
yeah.
he
Either
really likes it.
ways, yeah.
Yeah, that bike's awesome. But I'll tell you what, man, I jumped on the Forza again yesterday for 50 kilometers and just took it. I'm starting to press it a little bit. I break in motorcycles differently than most people, but
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
can pretty much
impatient.
open it up. I haven't. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to open it up today. But my uncle was a mechanic for, what did he say? His whole life, 60 years. And way he used to break them up is he'd take 50 miles, I think, 50 miles or 100-mile straight shot somewhere at the speed limit, various speeds a little bit, and then come back as hard as he could and that was it. It was done. And when we used to break in the go-kart motors, I would send my set out on the track. They were 100cc Yamaha 100cc two-stroke motors that oddly enough is the biggest class of go-kart racing on the planet. And that
Oh,
motor was never put in a motorcycle. It was always made by Yamaha for go-karts, and I'm talking 40 years ago, 50 years ago when my buddy
yeah,
was
yeah.
racing. So we used to go out there and 2 laps around the track, boo, 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 and then wide open and do 5 or 10 laps, come off and start racing. That's the way we broke in the motors. So anyway,
Okay.
it handles phenomenally. I thought the SYM handled good. The Forza puts it to shame. I feel really comfortable laying the thing down. No problems. Doesn't make me feel
Wow.
uncomfortable. Yeah, it's awesome. You'll like it if you ever get one. Who am I
Yeah.
missing?
I think I'm going to get a Vespa.
I like the Vespas too.
Are they like 48 cc's or something?
They have 250s, I think, and
They run on olive oil.
I think they have 250s, and they might even have bigger ones. They're a good bike.
Wow.
I'm thinking about. I want to have one to run around.
I'm going to have to Google that.
Yeah, I think they have a bigger one.
I didn't know that.
Hey, Mr. Minutes, everybody's just still saying hello. Did anybody see the roadblocks before Karat? Test drivers for no, they're actually testing them on the road. Nomad, sticking the cotton swab through the window. I did not see that, but that would be interesting. I don't know. I know that my wife says they had 15 more cases, I think, in Surin yesterday, so she's all nervous. I was supposed to go to the doctor today. I'm not going to go. Her sister that works at the hospital said they're going to shut it. They're going to basically shut the hospital down unless it's absolute, necessity or something. So,
wow,
which is fine with me. I'd rather not go to the freaking hospital when everybody's sick anyway. I don't like going to hospitals.
I don't think anybody really looks forward to it.
50, they grabbed 50 off the road. In other words, they pulled over 50 people and tested them. I'm guessing.
Wow.
A 48cc Vespa. Who's saying that, Gator? I hear the VA will pull your benefits for that. Did you see that? That's pretty good, Gator. Let's see, everybody's still saying hello. Cool. So
Vespa
that was
GTS
that.
Super Sport. Holy Toledo. It's a 300.
There's a 300.
GTS Super Sport 300.
Yeah, they make I like their 150.
I mean, it looks like the little ones too.
Yeah, I like the 150 and the 125s. They're just because I want something else just to run around town, because I'm planning on putting the back box sides, putting side boxes on it, and then I'm gonna put front and rear camera and load it all up. So I'm just gonna get like a Click, or I'd like to have a Vespa, but they're expensive. They're expensive.
Oh yeah. I'm sure they don't have this type of trade agreement that Honda
tested
and stuff does.
Oh, you mean that you're talking about grab 50 out of the 1,050 tested positive? Is that what you're saying? I'm not quite grasping what you're saying, but that doesn't mean anything. I do that all the time. We don't tip and all. Think about the fourth wave in Thailand. This the fourth wave? I don't know. I'm hoping this is going to be the end wave, and they all treat it like the flu, like it should be treated, and let everybody go on their merry way. Fortunately, I'm so funded. That was you, Nick.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, I was just reading what Brock said about seeing the doc. You got to go to the doc to have your left hand looked at?
You have what?
It says who's going to the Brock said you got to see a doc in about an hour. Get my left hand looked at.
Yeah, I was supposed to go today too. I don't know what 5% means. Is 5% of whatever?
Hey, Alexander, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Alexander. The Nomad, you're thinking that? I mean, you're saying 5% of who they pulled over had tested positive? God knows how many. If that was the case, how many have false negatives or false positives?
Oh wow, yeah, geez.
I could be really wrong.
Carpal tunnel. Oh yeah. Had quite a few people I know have had that surgery.
So you're saying that the people that they pulled over going into Karat, 5% of the people they pulled over tested positive. Wow.
Geez, I'm not going to read the chat. It's kind of depressing. Things are closing down for weeks. It's looking like, it's true though.
Well, we're going to see what's going to happen today, because I guess I wish I'm sure that there's somebody going to vlog from Phuket Airport on who's coming in and how many people are coming in on the sandbox. But it would be interesting to know what's going on with that. I'd like to know. But let's see. Okay, covered health. I'm fine. I feel good. I'm ready to go ride on the Forza more. I'm ready to take a small trip somewhere. I just don't know where. My brother.
Oh yeah, a little trip would be good.
I like those Vespas, man.
Yeah, they're neat though. Tom Hanks cruising around in that one movie. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, when he was with the teacher. Who was she? She was.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just saw the
from Pretty
thing
Woman
on Netflix again.
Who's the one?
Oh,
from
Julia
Pretty
Roberts.
Woman?
Yeah.
Julia Roberts. Yeah.
He's done a lot of work with her.
I did. Yeah, I did. I watched that thing like 4 or 5 times. I really liked it since it's been out. I watched it a lot.
It is good to see Indicator.
So I can't tell you what the name of it is.
Meg Ryan was in Sleepless in Seattle, I think, or whatever that one was. You've got mail.
Yeah.
All jabbed up and ready to rock and roll.
Julia Roberts. Yep, I think so, Gator. I can't remember the name of that movie, but so we going to movie trivia already this morning? Early movie trivia.
We haven't even got the geriatric injuries yet.
Yeah, who's getting an operation or having gallstones removed?
6'2" and riding a Vespa with a sidecar.
Now he needs a chihuahua in the sidecar with the goggles and a hat on, and he'd be set.
Yeah, I just saw it on Netflix. I didn't watch the movie, but I saw the advertisement.
The movie's good. I liked it. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It was a good story. I like a good story every once in a while. Yeah, Meg Ryan, that was the one in Sleepless in Seattle, right? I think
in that restaurant. I'll have what she's having, that one lady.
How many cc's is you? It's 350, Alexander. 350 cc's. Single cylinder. Runs really well. Like I said, I really like it.
I thought it was a twin.
No, single cylinder, I think.
Wow. Wow.
So the bikes that we were when I was 15 and a half, the first bike that I had, there was 4 or 5 of us. We all had CB or CLs or whatever, 1969, 1970, 71, 72 Honda 350 twin cylinders, and we tore up the San Fernando Valley with those things. We were maniacs. Of course, at 15 and a half, we weren't supposed to ride a passenger. We were on permits, and you weren't supposed to ride after dark. So what did we do? We rode with passengers after dark, and the cops chased us all over, and we had fun for about a year. And then I got about 6 months, and I got my Sportster. That was the first Harley I had. When I turned 16 and a half, I built that Panhead and rode that for almost 8 years, I guess, and rode that to high school. I love that bike. God, I should have never sold it. Say that about everything.
Larry Crown. That's the movie. Where he's cruising on that Vespa.
Yeah, it's plenty powerful for me. I mean, if I was younger man, maybe I'd want something a little different.
I was a younger man.
But 350 is all I'll ever need here. Because first off, I'm not gonna. If I want to go, it'll do 140 kilometers. Cruising speed for me is about 100. That's pretty much the speed limit, between 90 and 100, and that's all the faster I need to go. I'm retired. I'm in no hurry to get to any freaking place in Thailand. I can rest. Have any of you guys met any famous entertainers? I met Bill and a few others. Who did I meet? Entertainers or like movie stars? Or is that considered the same thing? Famous entertainers. So you're saying like actual. I met the Beach Boys when I was 16.
Billy Connolly, that'd be shit. Roy Orbison.
Yeah. Who else did I meet? Did I meet anybody else?
Wow. Really. Look at that. Listen, look at Gary. Wow. Roy Orbison, and interviewed him.
Really? That's somebody I wouldn't mind meeting. When I was 16, 17, it was what, early 70s, mid 70s. I listened to 50s and 60s rock and roll. That's all I ever listened to pretty much my whole life. And we had, the night. I just wasn't into the disco crap that they were putting out and stuff. It wasn't me. I mean, I went to the bars and stuff because that's where all the women were. But yeah, as far as listening to music in my car, K Earth 101 in the San Fernando Valley, I listened to it the first day it came on, and I think it's still on there. And I want to say that was in the early to mid 70s they came on the air.
Wow. Do I have an echo, Dave?
Yeah, and it's tinny. It's weird. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know what's going on. Echo. This really sucks.
And the
Duck Dynasty. Jesus Christ! Tell you what, Dave, I'm gonna log off.
Try something. Okay,
and come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try it. You got it.
If we lose a connection, so what?
You do not want to pinch your wrists. It's always fun. Yeah, yes, I'm broadcasting from the rest of the area of Tacoma. Yeah, so the scooter's awesome. I did drive I think it's the X-Max. Is that the 300 Yamaha? And the SYM, I had the 300. This one is definitely the best scooter I've ridden so far. And I did drive an older 2000, it was, I think, a 12 or a 13 Forza, and did not like it at all. The balance sucked. It didn't handle well at all. And whatever they did to stretching the frame, or whatever they did a couple of years ago to the Forza, was definitely a fantastic improvement. Andy Stubbs, I sat down next to Willie Robinson from Duck Dynasty during the show in the heyday. What's up? One of my best friends in high school, his girlfriend's dad was the fire chief or whatever on the set of Laverne and Shirley. So we went to a bunch of the Laverne and Shirley tapings and stuff. Never did go to a Happy Days one, but I would have liked that better. But it was fun. It was a fun show. It was a cool thing to do. But that was about it. Who else? And then my cousin, like I said, Mark Harmon. He's a stand-up man, let me tell you. And my cousin did JAG for 10 years of special effects, and it was 10 years before he couldn't work anymore from his ALS on NCIS. And Larry Fuentes was the coordinator, and he worked under him with another guy. Did it for years and years and years. Loved it. But that Mark Harmon, I don't know if you guys had heard the story, when they always had a big deal there for Christmas. And let's let Mitch in here. There you go. If you don't talk, it's perfect. If you don't say anything, it's perfect. Sounds the same. But I was telling the Mark Harmon story. So he liked my cousin a lot. He got him baseball bats for his sons, expensive bats and stuff. And he liked my cousin Joey, did some stuff for him, fixed a hitch on the truck or something, did
Mark Harmon
did stuff
from NCIS.
Yeah, and so he got to know me because even after I took care of my cousin for 2 years, and even after, we would go on the set, because the set was right there in Santa Clarita. and still is. And we'd go over there, and I'd take him over for lunch or something like that. So before right when they asked him, you can't work anymore because he was stumbling and stuff, which we both understood. They let him work way too long anyway, liability was. And what they usually do on Christmas is they buy presents for each other and all this stuff, and they have a big crab legs, steak, lobster, whatever you want for the whole family and crew. And then after you ate, they cut the family loose, and then just the crew and the actors and stuff would get together. And he came over to me and he said, Dave, I want you to stay, and we're going to do something for Joe. And they took him into the main room where they have all their TVs. And I was standing there, and Mark called him up and said, we're going to do something a little bit different. And I know most of it came from him, but they gave him $120,000. And I know most of it came from Harmon. And he was livid. He wasn't completely in a wheelchair then, but he was walking bad. Most miserable disease I've ever seen in my entire life. I've got only one ex-wife that I would wish it upon. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody else. And but yeah, horrible. But Harmon, stand up man, let me tell you.
That's nice to hear.
I will see it. Yeah. And he's just the same way. The first time that I saw him, my cousin invited me onto the set, so I went over. I'm walking through the parking lot, and here comes this guy with a pair of jeans, Levi's on, a T-shirt, and he's got his, clothes pushed over his shoulder, just kind of walking down, and walk by him. Hey, hello, Hey, hi, how you doing? And he walked by. He said hi to me first. And I got about 10 steps past him, and I go, shit, that's Mark Harmon. And sure enough, I mean, just a regular guy, You hear some stories about this one's stuck up and this one won't talk to you and this guy's an ass and all that. Mark Harmon's the real thing, man. I don't know if I know Izukin Bondo. Do I?
I can't read your mind. I don't know. Let's mind meld.
Is it Izukan Bodo? I'm not.
Mazakan Bodo.
How you doing? Glad you can make it. And let's see, did I lose anybody with my boring story about Mark Harmon? No, they're still. 19.
Is it still echoing?
It's. I don't know if it's an echo or not. It's tinny to me. Yeah. Who else was saying something?
I'm hearing myself through your speakers.
Yeah.
So I'm getting an echo there.
If it's an echo, it's not much of one.
Yeah, we can.
I think I have the ability. Don't I have the ability to do something about an echo? Let me see. Show advanced options, general.
Really? Alexander was an extra in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, really? Wow. That was a good movie, too. Hey, I got echo cancellation on. You want me to try to turn it off?
Yeah.
I got echo cancellation.
Sorry.
Is that any better or is that the same?
Try that.
How's that? Same thing?
I don't know.
Let's try stereo audio.
Myself.
How does that sound? Do I sound more mysterious?
I still hear myself.
You still sound the same.
About a second after.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
I mean, you're not broadcasting from a rest area in Tacoma. Actually, it's a homeless camp.
You're not lagging like you were, or like that you have in the past.
Gator Jake's here. He's providing entertainment.
Is it Gator?
Twice as much. There you go, Mark. It's okay. As long as I don't have to hear myself, I'll just take my
broadcasting. Yeah, I can put it back on.
So who else? Who else is famous? Who's been? I don't know. Pete Rose. I shook his hand in Vegas 50 years ago. Paid $20 to get a baseball signed.
You did?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I was there with my sister, of all people.
Baseball stories.
Hey, that's Pete Rose over there.
I got a baseball story for you. In Little League, my brother was when I was 18. We ended up coaching a Little League team. We got it from my best friend. Had his brother in there. My brother was there, and his father was actually coaching the Little League team. and he was working for Rocketdyne, and they moved him to the night shift or whatever, and he couldn't do it anymore. So we went in and said it, and of course all the 35, 40-year-old fathers said, oh no, they're only 18 years old, they can't do it. Let's just dissolve their team, and we'd only played one game, and suck up all their players. Well, needless to say, we kicked all their butts. We won the championship, and then our kids. I'll tell that story another time. But anyway, during the tryouts, they were older, but when you go for tryouts, you look at it, and there must have been 500 kids at tryouts, and it was like this beam of light that was coming down and shining on this one kid. And he was older. He was, we couldn't grab him. But I mean, out of all these kids, one kid, just like a bright bolt, you just automatically looked right at him. And that was Brett Saberhagen. And he ended up, oddly enough, the person my brother married, her best friend was married to Brett Saberhagen until they got divorced. They had a couple of kids together and stuff. So my brother had been to his house in Thousand Oaks. I think they had a bowling alley or something in his basement or something anyway. But he seemed like a pretty good Joe. But it was so amazing to see how brightly that kid shined out of everybody. And then for him to be, what he became, which was phenomenal as far as I was concerned. I really liked to watch him throw the ball. He was amazing. I still remember him. How old was he when he was pitching to who? What are you doing? Sign language.
Sign language, Andy.
Just went to live in Pattaya CP Media.
CB Media, Chad B. just went live in
Pattaya.
Trying to compete. He can't compete with you, Dave.
Yeah, no, I got way more subs. I got the best subs. He doesn't have anybody. Of course, now watching the numbers go to
He's probably down to two people.
Yeah, I got one person in the chat. But what was I going to say?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, I forgot what I was
I'm so foggy these days. So who's going to be in Thailand in the next couple of months?
Mark is, I think. Right, Mark? You just told me like yesterday, so let me ask you again. So when are you coming to Thailand, Mark? Who's here? Oh, Richard's here.
Out of sight, out of mind, Dave.
What's that?
What's it? It hasn't even been a week yet.
I know.
You've forgotten about him.
I ask him every time, because it changed from the original time. So it isn't just me, but my mind sucks, let me tell you. Tyron, how you doing? See, we went live 5 minutes ago. He's in.
Yeah. He might be waiting a while for content on my channel.
I don't know who.
Yeah, that's me that's echoing, and we can't figure out how or why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Technical expertise. Maybe you can help us.
Can you fly to Seattle? Right, you're only in Frisco. It's not that far away, and help Mitch out.
I'd rather pack up my stuff and bring it down there for him to help.
Does Richard
First
travel?
Week of September.
He still has a channel. He still has a channel you put up? Richard does? Richard Travel. Okay, so he's got a channel called Richard Travel, in case anybody's wondering. It's going to be on Saturdays, I think. There's going to be live streams on Saturday nights, our time here in Thailand. But we don't know when. Could be next week, could be 3 weeks, could be a full year from now. We just don't know. And I'm busting his balls is what I'm doing. He's never going to come on again. He's going, I ain't going on there no more.
I chatted with Robert Mack this morning, my time, on the phone.
Did you? Where is he now?
Yeah, I forget where he said he was going. We were comparing that it was hotter here than it was in Arizona, so probably Arizona.
Somebody was talking about, I didn't realize that James from Chocolate Man, he's from Seattle? He was saying that he had to buy his mom an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Oh, Washington State. He said he had to buy his mom an air conditioner. It was so
it's been like 20 years or whatever since he's been since he lived here.
Okay. I should be in Thailand in December. Cool. Where are you going to go, Tyrone? Where are you headed to? Pattaya, probably, right? Is that where everybody goes? I think everybody goes.
It's about 2 legs, Alexander. Seattle to Narita, about 9.5 hours, and then from Narita to Bangkok, which is 7.5 or 8-ish. That's about the travel time.
Johnny Siam says you're going to be having a premiere soon.
In the near future. I better look at my schedule.
It's going to be live from Italy. Live from Italy, Mr. Mitch.
So, see, I know. I was thinking the same thing. It's rude. You know?
Okay.
He's got enough subs. Why does he need 10 more? Sorry, Dave.
James.
Hey, yeah. Anyway, so go ahead.
We stationary in the same.
I feel like I'm cheating, but I'm gonna watch CB Media in case Chocolate Man shows up.
In case who does?
In case he runs into James again.
Yeah, that's right. Or what did he run into too? Sherry?
Yeah, Sherry. Yeah. That was pretty cool. How that one worked out.
It was 100. Oh, hey, Sean, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, buddy? It was 117 yesterday in Vancouver, my hometown. Wow.
CB Media, 1,014 watching.
Makes you think. Almost makes you want to get religious when they start thinking about these heat waves and stuff. I know my mom probably thinking the world's coming to an end. My mother, I'm sure. But I talked to her yesterday.
The guy at the fish counter today at Freddy's said people think the world's coming to an end.
Well, sure, biblically,
Vancouver, Washington, or Vancouver, BC? That's the question,
BC,
Sean.
It's BC, right?
Well, Portland was flipping hot. Seattle was flipping hot.
Maybe not. Maybe it is Washington. I don't know.
Eastern Washington was flipping hot. And I'm flipping echo, and I'm tired of hearing my voice. Maybe Mark can come on or something and chit-chat for a while. Maybe I can get this thing sorted out. South Korea waiting Thailand to open up fully. Vancouver, BC. There you go.
Okay.
My great aunt lived there. CB Media has 999 now. He had 1,014 when I first got on the. And don't look now. You'll see my spanner.
Three people
over there at CB Media. No, just kidding.
I wish that somebody would go live from Phuket. I'm surprised nobody has gone.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm sure someone will.
Yeah,
I was thinking that,
yeah, it is.
Asphalt gets real mushy then, Well, everybody knows that.
We used to go when we went. I think the hottest. 123 in Havasu one year. I think I've been in Havasu at the same times of year and been 120.
All right.
And it actually
take care, Tom. See you guys. Off
Who's
the
leaving?
Pattaya. Hey, Dave, question about your Harley back in the States when you were in hot weather. Did you worry about your kickstand sinking in the asphalt?
Yeah, it always did. It always did. And back then we would grab a piece of wood or something like that. We weren't smart enough to make something to go on it.
Right.
I wasn't that.
You just get somewhere and grab a chuck pallet or whatever.
Yeah, stick a piece of wood.
Beer carton. Cardboard.
But yeah, they always did, especially in the valley. Didn't really take that much. Anything up above about 102, and it would start to get mushy.
Mazakan lives in Phuket, Dave.
Oh, he does.
So he could give us first-hand information.
If it counts,
Nanaimo, yeah. It's,
okay.
Yeah, I know Nanaimo, but most of people here watching, when you say, I'm not from Seattle either, but I say Seattle. Same thing. Close enough. It's nice there. Love the Dungeness crab.
Yeah, one of my favorites. That and king crab legs. But Dungeness good. I like Dungeness. Kind of miss the Well, they
Right
have
on.
big crabs here. Every time I've gone someplace, even the crabs are like this big. I've never seen a. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right places when I was out and about.
I haven't seen any big ones.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Dungeness.
yeah. Like the size
I'd
of your
like
hand. The
to.
Dungeness, man. Sometimes you can't get them in a 5-gallon bucket.
Right, right. Yeah, definitely. I thought maybe Rob or something would have headed to like Phuket Airport or something and hung around outside or something. Somebody that's right there by it, because Kamala's, what is it, 30-minute ride from Kamala to the airport? It's not far.
Yeah.
But he hasn't seen anything. I would have definitely went there and went live, talked to a bunch of people coming off. That would have been interesting. But maybe
Well,
somebody will. Who knows?
I forget.
Mangrove
God, I
mud
can't even
crab.
get
Yeah.
my train of thought. Am I pronouncing your name right? Amazakan? I'd like to know that.
Hey Brock,
Also,
I don't know if you watch it, but I watch a guy that's down there, Brody, in Youngbloods, and all he does is he was an electrician, and he went to YouTube. I think he's got over 2 million subscribers now, and he's got 2 boats and a house he just bought. Everything off of YouTube, the YouTube money he makes. But he's a great guy. I like the show. He's younger. I want to say maybe late 20s, maybe 30. I don't know. But if you know him, he's pretty popular, especially from where you're at. Short form Bodo.
okay, Bodo. Yeah, he
Yeah,
mentioned earlier in the comments that Tiger News is going live in 23 minutes from now.
Oh, cool.
They'll
Then
be
maybe what I'll do
talking.
at 1 hour, why don't we'll go ahead and we'll end it so people can go over and check that out, and then I can get ready for these guys to go put the pump in. I think an hour's good enough
Cool.
anyway. I watched your first interview.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, Chad, I'll be right there. Thanks, buddy.
If you subscribe, I joined. I know you were one of the first, Sean. Watching you ever since. Was worried for your health. I appreciate it, buddy. I'd like to look forward to meeting you when and if you get to come here, which hopefully will be soon. I'm going to say October. I think everything's going to be pretty much opened up, unless they have a total travesty in Phuket. If everything breaks down and they close it, that's not going to be good. But I mean, for people that are here, it's going to be fine.
Okay. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, it's really a crapshoot.
I don't know if people have, like, let's say you're going to Phuket for the sandbox, but you're not going right out of the gate. You're going the 15th of July. What happens? You have to buy your tickets. You have to get your hotel. You got all this stuff. What happens if they have a major breakout and they decide to shut it down? What do? You're just screwed? Because I don't know. I bet you're just screwed. I mean,
not speaking of a position of authority, I would say you're screwed.
You probably are. I wish I knew the
Hello,
answers.
Robert McInaja.
Hey, Robert.
Post your link up there.
Where are you at now, Robert? Oh, you know who I talked to or texted me? I watched his video. Was Time to Get Going, Bobby, and he was heading out this morning, 15 minutes from when at 6:30, going to Wyoming. I think he was headed to Wyoming. Hey, Mike's.
Hey, Mike.
He is, a married man.
Sexy
Just
headphones,
married man. I can't believe it.
Congratulations again on your
congratulations.
Marriage. That's awesome.
I saw Dana's live stream yesterday, because obviously he was the one that went and stood up for you guys, and he said you had to go to 2 different places. First place you went, they said no, and the second place you went, they were only doing 10 couples a day, I think she said, and you guys were one in the queue or something. So that's outstanding. I am really, really, what am I happy for you? He's a good guy. Mike's a good guy. If you guys don't watch Mike's. You need to watch him. He's a good man. Wish the Tiger would stop
Yeah, I've
being a
got the
cheerleader.
echo cancellation on.
Yeah, but Tyron, I think they have to be. First off, I don't think you're probably too smart being on saying anything
Right.
derogatory against the government. But I thought they did a good thing with, what was his name, the guy that has all the bars in Pattaya, the YouTuber. What's his name? Do you know, Mitch?
Oh, Dana, Idea Studio.
No, the one that has all
Turn
the
it off.
bars. All
I
the
just
bars.
checked the box. The box is open now, so it's unchecked. And I'm
Oh, you're
barely
talking to
hearing
somebody
myself
else.
now. Is it better?
I forget the guy's name, but he had him on there. And,
Oh, Brian Flowers. I thought you were talking
Brian
about Dana
Flowers, yeah.
and Idea Studio.
No,
Yeah, Brian Flowers.
yeah, okay, Richard's got it. And he did another video after he did the interview with the Tiger, and they were both. He had mentioned saying they were both really cordial to each other. They could have been nastier, but they're a news organization. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do, is put out stuff. Do I think it's right? No, but
Yeah.
you know, they got to put out what they got to put out.
I was hearing my echo from before. I thought he was talking about Dana.
But he I feel bad for him, man. Here's a guy that, you know, I think I said it yesterday or 2 days ago on the stream, that, you know, was just trying to do a live stream. The girls were staying in, everything was good. He was paying the electric bill, and the girls were making their money, and the staff was still working, and they came in and shut him down. Was just, don't quite get that, but that's one thing that
doesn't make sense to me, especially when they're living together. It's
yeah, no, well, like the same thing here with the, you know, whole family sitting in, hugging and eating breakfast together, and you go and you get in the vehicle and everybody's got to put a mask on. It don't make no sense to me, but I still do it. I live here in Thailand, so I'm going to do what they say to do. How do we install the notification for saying and showing who sub to our channel during the live stream? You know, that's the one that I think that Chocolate Man uses, and I think it's not StreamYard, it's Stream something else. I forget the name of it. I don't know how to do it here, but I know the one that Chocolate Man in Thailand uses, James, it does show the subs as they do. It comes up on the screen.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, because I was having fun with that.
I watched most of it, Mark, but yeah, he was. I feel bad for the guy, man. He's got to be under a lot of stress. Plus, I was going to say the guy looked like he was 50 years old, and I guess he's like 35 or 40 or something. But he's the one that said that. I didn't say it. He said his age, and then gave his true age. And
Prison Stream,
Streamlabs, okay.
Intensive.
Which is an OBS. I haven't quite got that OBS down. It's too confusing.
I played with it, and my junk computer was just struggling.
Yeah, I played with it on my other computer. I haven't tried it on this one. But
I put the link up for Tiger News.
Yeah, and we'll end this before he comes on. The restrictions in Thailand are actually much more severe in the West now. Yeah, it is. I think it's almost anywhere. I think the West is pretty much Australia, right? Not Australia. What was it? Singapore? Singapore just said no, it's just the flu. And that one video that
they're looking at it differently.
The other day. Yeah. And I think that's the way it's got to be looked at. Like I said, I wish I knew more about it. I got to read up on the freaking
I heard virus. That from my primary news source, Andy.
Andy?
Yeah. Without question, I shared it everywhere, so that's right.
Yeah, Andy sent it to me too. You both did, I think. Is it true? Did Nick lose his bar on Soy 7? I seen this posted on a comment on Charlie's video. I guess that's Cheap Charlie's video comment. Yeah. I don't know if he did or not. Idea. I don't watch him that much. Mitch watches him, right?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of him today. Um, yeah, just 10 minutes or something.
You didn't state whether. I I don't know how the I don't know how most people, the Thai person that owns his bar anywhere, let's say in Pattaya on whatever, I can understand because the Thai people will shut their bar down. They'll go over and catch fish from wherever they can catch fish and sell them and buy rice and pay for the electric bill. And it's a different story when you own the building that you're in and it's paid for. The guys that are leasing or whatever, they're the ones that are running into real problems. And I'm sure that most all the foreign owned ones are foreign ran ones aren't property isn't owned by them. Not that I know of. I could be wrong, but that would be kind of sad if he did lose that. It's much more than the flu, Dave, especially this new Delta variant. You know, I guess what I'm saying is, if I'm wrong, somebody please tell me. But if I get the shots, I'm still going to get the virus, and I'm still going to be able to transmit it to somebody else. The only thing that it does is it's probably not going to kill me. And no one has proved that to me, that there haven't been 5, 10, 20,000 deaths afterwards. I don't know. But I'm just saying, am I wrong? And if I'm right, then what the hell difference does it make whether I take it or not? If I run into corona and I've had the shots or not had the shots, I'm still going to get it, and I'm still going to transmit it whether I have the vaccinations or not. Now, if I'm wrong, please let me know, enlighten me, because I'm just going off of what I heard. But from what I understand, it's not something that, oh, you got it, you can't die from it and you can't transmit it to somebody else and whatever. So if that's the case, what difference does it make who gets jabbed or not? And you still need to have some kind of distancing, but you got to open up stuff. I mean, I think so. I think that, or I'll tell you what, if they go another 2 or 3 weeks and everything starts to kind of open up and then they have a big outbreak or something and they shut it down again, Thailand's done. And I'm an optimist. I just cannot see them. I shouldn't say done. Then they're on the 10-year plan of trying to work their way back out of a very bad situation that I don't think needs to be that bad. Like I said.
Hey, storekeeper, are you there now or getting close?
But you're still going to get sick, right, Alexander? You're still going to get sick. You're just not going to die.
It's just like if you... I'm not a medical professional.
I'm not either. And I'll take that disclaimer now.
It's just like when you get a flu shot. You can still get the flu.
But all I know is what's common sense.
But maybe you're not going to get it bad.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'd like to know how many people died from the normal flu, you know. What has been under 2,000 in Thailand. How many people have died from the flu? Or if you have the flu, is that automatically the virus? I don't know. No one will know. Alexander, okay. Yes, can transmit it, but if everyone is vaccinated, it will be simpler, asymptomatic, with no severe consequences. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I elect to not take the shot, okay, it's not changing anything to anybody else. I'm still going to get it. I could die, and I could still transmit it, just like the person next to me, Mitch, that got the shot. He's still going to get it. He's still going to transmit it. He's just not going to die from it.
Your mojo. That's pretty good. I mean, better. Going the right direction.
Maybe I better move some money. God, I'd like to see it at like 36. I'd be ecstatic. But yeah, so that's what I'm guessing.
Famous people and stuff. You want me to call? You want me to call Tony and get the real live verdict on Anthony Fauci? You want me to give him a call?
20 people caught at a party in Sydney recently. 14 got infected by a person there. The 6 that had been vaccinated were not infected. But that isn't what they state, though, right, Gary? They don't say that if you get the shot, you will not get sick from the virus, is my understanding. Now, if those 6 didn't, that's great. If someone was to tell me if you get the vaccination, you won't get sick, You can still transmit it, but you won't get sick. But then that's still my decision because I'm the one that's going to die or not get sick. I'm still going to be able to transmit it to somebody else. I guess I'm confused. Maybe I had to read more before I opened my big mouth. She is a fraud, Tyrone says. What I find strange is they're banning other drugs that could help. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Yeah, they're going to, I don't know. There's so many conspiracy theories out there. The only thing I know is if somebody can tell me that if I get a shot, I won't get the virus and I won't be able to transmit it, I would not have a problem. I'm still going to get it anyway. I don't have a choice. If I want to travel around Thailand and if I want to go back to the States and see my grandkids and my kids, I'm going to have it. So even though my daughter begged me, please don't take it. But let's see. Yes, Dungeness crabs are very plentiful. Oh, okay, cool. He was talking about Dungeness crabs. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I was going to type it, but I'm just going to say we're loaded with Dungeness here, and
yeah,
pretty much everybody in my family's been up across the border there. Nanaimo, Vancouver Island. My great aunt lived in Vancouver Island.
I'll do that.
She's an American Canadian.
You're probably right. I should probably ask my doctor. If I was going today, I would ask him too. I just don't, like I said, it only makes common sense to me logically that if you can still get it and you can still transmit it, but you could die if you don't get it, it's up to the person. You know? So, hang up on my nephew. I'll call him right back. Must be on my house. Hopefully he's going to tell me my house sold.
Beautiful, beautiful country.
Where's that? I missed it.
Across from Vancouver, Nanaimo. It's like here, Puget Sound, the San Juans. It all looks the same. I think better. I don't care what anybody says about Canadians. No matter what, they will always be above America.
What was I doing here? How did I... what did he call me on?
Yes, he did, Richard. He missed the whole thing. He was devastated by that.
Who's this?
We spoke after. He's talking about, he saw your comment at the end of the 50th. I'm here.
Did you? That was it too. I just woke up and I went, holy shit. And I looked at it and I'm going, oh, okay, he's still on. I'm here. And I think it was, somebody said it's over or something. I can't remember now. Somebody told me it's over.
Yeah.
I saved that just so I could watch it over and over again, just in case you're never seen again. You know, we don't know what could happen. You know, 51. Still think 2 weeks is. I think you're going to be jonesing so bad you'll.
That's true. The other night I turned my camera upside down. People kind of preferred that view. Depends on the perspective.
Okay, all right. My nephew got that message. I'm waiting for you to come back. I'll be watching, Richard. Yeah, you're gonna be jonesing. You gotta be.
Take care, Brock.
Brock leaving? Oh, he's got to go to the doctor, right?
Yep.
All right, Brock. We'll talk to you soon. Thumbs up for the gentleman. Thanks, Nomad. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah. Thank you.
Johnny Sam's still here. Mark's still here. What time do they start?
About 5 minutes.
And then who is it?
Tiger News.
Okay. And you put their deal in. Okay, cool. Hey, Gary.
Yeah,
gotta go. Hey, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it, Gary.
Tiger News, right there. There's the link.
Yeah.
There's another one there. Good to go.
Gator was proud. Proudest moment.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Richard's 50th was Richard's mom. Really happy
Take
with
care,
the
Gary.
video.
Drive
I'm
safe.
still here. How you doing, Joe? I got to do my meditation today. I'll do it later on. I'll do it after I get back from putting the pump control on. There's the tiger. Did you watch the TV series? Quite reflective.
I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've seen that. What's that one
5
hospital
minutes
show in
to go.
Seattle? I can't even think of it now. Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
I've watched a few of those too.
5 minutes. So right at the 1 hour mark, I'll end this in 5 minutes or so. Yeah, Joe's got his relaxation channel. I like it. Have you gotten any more subscribers, Joe? I mean, I almost have 480 now, 79, I think.
Wow.
So this is the channel's just going ballistic.
Yeah, it's almost viral.
Yeah, it is. Viral.
Another one here to look out for, up and coming young man here.
Who's that?
I just posted his link there.
Andy Stubbs. Yes. Laddie Swan. All right, Alexander. So what the crap?
See ya, Andy or Alexander. Thanks for stopping by. I was reading Andy's comment.
Johnny Sam, I did study the human body. Just ask the girls in school. Oh, what was I going to do here? So, what else was there? When did Mark say he was coming? I think he said
September. I believe he said September.
September. I think you're right, September. So we're gonna have a big September, October, November.
I'll hope you do some live streaming or videos of it.
I think you're gonna be in Rayong, so you're about 6 hours, I think, from me. And even if my wife goes crazy and doesn't want me to drive the Forza, I'll take the truck and come your way. I wanted to go to Rayong anyway.
Thank
I'd like
you,
to
Alexander.
check it out.
You too.
I want to see Tom's condo complex there, just in case. You never know. Anyone with a Thai child, $1,000 for insurance. Ah, okay, cool. Have a great day, evening, and morning. Thanks, Alexander. Gotta love Thailand. We could have pumped your numbers up on the Resort Travel Show. Yeah, no shit, huh? I swear, and I woke up when that alarm went off. I woke up. Okay, no problem. And that alarm must have went off 100 times. I don't know how long it goes off before it stops after you hit snooze. But when I woke up, it was just it was over.
Yeah, 4th of July coming up. They've just hiked up the gas prices, and there's a shortage of chicken.
You definitely let me know, Mark.
4th of July.
What are your thoughts, Mark? Are you going to go to do a queue in Bangkok or Pattaya, or are you going to go to Phuket? I think you're going to go to Pattaya, right? It's real close to Rayong. I think that's what you said. But yeah, definitely, and I'll definitely make my way down there. 4th of July, just around the corner, big party time. Yeah, not too much here. Of course, I wish I could get a rack of ribs. I would have my own 4th of July barbecue right here at home.
Give Johnny a call. He knows where to get some good ribs.
Does he? I will do that. All right, guys. I have 1 minute left. So. All right.
Sure is.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming by. I'll see you in a couple of days, and we will do it again. Thanks, everybody.
Right on. Thanks, everybody.
Take it easy.